Oh boy, I've been wanting to get my nose on this fragrance, but it was launched as an exclusive fragrance for Harrods. It's also called Anniversary Edition. Don't know what that's all about, but this is Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Reflets the Ambre, this one right here. Has anybody gotten their nose on this one? So looking up the notes for this, to me, it seems like it's Ciel de Gum. A favorite fragrance of mine from this house that got discontinued around 2020. So, is it going to be a version of Ciel de Gum? We shall see. I haven't smelled it yet. We're going to find out all about this coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. We're talking about a new release from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian called Reflets the Ambre. This one right here. On the Harrods website, it also says Anniversary Edition. What is that all about? It's a 2024 launch, Eau De Parfum concentration. Of course, the perfumer's got to be Francis Kurkdjian. On Harrods, this is selling for $251 for a 70 ml. So it's a 70 ml bottle, typical of the Maison Francis Kurkdjian bottles. They have the 200 mls and the 70s. So the notes for this are pink pepper, Grandiflorum, Jasmine, Hedione, Ambre, Cistus, Labdanum, vanilla, and Patchouli. And when I look at those notes, that's what Ciel de Gum reminds me of. For me, Ciel de Gum was an amber with loads of pink pepper and also loads of jasmine, and maybe there's some vanillic touches and patchouli in there as well, which I don't remember seeing. But the main thing Ciel de Gum is all about is the amber, the pink pepper, the jasmine. Let me show you my two bottles. So I've got one here from October 1, 2020. I looked up the number right here on Czech Cosmetic. And this one was created on May 21, 2015. And I looked up the number right there. So the boxes did change. This is an older box, as you can see. It lifts up like that. But this box lifts up like this. And I remember during the pandemic, I posted about this fragrance somewhere around 2020. I have an Instagram post. You can go look for it. Then a lot of people got excited for it. And I think a lot of people bought. And then it was gone. No more. But look at my older bottle, how red the juice is. So this is a bottle I had bought after I bought my very first bottle in 2014. I bought this and ordered it, and I kept it. I kept it because, remember, Maison Francis Kurkdjian was an independent company, and around 2016, 2017, they got bought out by LVMH. So, but look at the color differences. Although the one from 2015 has been around for a lot longer. So what I did was I kept the one from 2015 and I hid it because it's much deeper and a lot more concentrated and a lot more intense. The new version was a bit more faint, and that's why I decided to just keep this one and not use it. But if you guys don't know anything about this fragrance, I first discovered it around 2014. It was December 2014 or January 2015. It's when I bought the first bottle. I knew about it. And it was a fragrance made for this department store called Gum in Moscow. As you can see the back right there. I don't know if you can read that. But on the back of this one, it says 120 years anniversary of Main department store. Okay, so now that we've gone through what Ciel de Gum's all about, let's go ahead and open up Reflets the Ambre because I'm curious to get my nose on it. So here it is. Anybody know this? Do let me know. Put a comment down below. Have you compared it to Ciel de Gum? Again, I haven't smelled it, and from the notes breakdown, it seems like this is an updated version of Ciel de Gum. right there. So the juice is obviously much lighter. Now I can't wait to get my nose on the way this smells. We'll see. We'll see. It's different. No. It's different but the same. But wow, it's been redone big time. It's almost like a diet version of the original, if that's a way to put it. Like it's been stripped away of all the good stuff and they're giving us just what's not going to make us gain weight kind of a thing. But yeah, it's the same. It's a completely different take on the same, though. For me, the idea is the same, but it's definitely completely changed. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz the darkest one now. So it's interesting that after looking at the notes, I kind of thought that's what we were dealing with. But look at the color of this. Oh, this is so good. And let's try the fainter one. To me, this second one, it also has color, as you can see. It does have color, but to me, this is a lot more dark color here. The original. To me, these two fragrances smell a lot similar to one another because in the end, they're basically the same fragrance in comparison to Reflets d'Ambre. So for me, Reflets d'Ambre starts out smelling completely different. Then it develops into smelling like Ciel de Gum. But I think that arrangement was done and, you know, people moved on, the celebration, the anniversary thing. Because it was done as an anniversary, as I read, and it was around 2014-15 is when they first launched it. So it makes sense that they've brought this now in 2024, and it's also called Anniversary Edition. So is this the anniversary of Harrods? What's the Anniversary Edition for? But honestly, I like the way it smells. I like the way this smells, but it seems flat. It just seems flat. So I think I'm going to have to put it on skin to get a better understanding of this fragrance. So on skin, it's a lot more alive, but still it's different. The idea is the same. The way the fragrance wears is completely different. What I'm getting is a lot of hot spices. To me, this fragrance always acted like Red Hots. If you don't know what those are, the little red, spicy, cinnamon hot candies. It gave me that vibe, not necessarily the smell, because it's really spicy. Lots of pink pepper. It also gave me a bit of a cinnamony vibe. And even though there's no cinnamon here, you do get that hotness, the intense hotness from the pink pepper and the way the jasmine is, along with the amber notes and the vanilla and the patchouli. So I think this is good. This is really, really great. If you can't get Ciel de Gum, I think Reflets d'Ambre will satisfy you. To me, it's not big. Like, it was a lot vibrant and more intense and alive in the original form. Here, it just seems a bit flat. But as a smell, I really like the way it smells. I really do. And it does reminisce, it does remind me of the original Ciel de Gum, just repackaged under a different name and toned down. Sadly, they tone everything down nowadays. Or maybe this will eventually bloom and ripen in the bottle and become bigger. Who knows? It's brand spanking new. I don't know how long they've matured and macerated this, but it does happen. It does, because this was a lot lighter, but eventually became really dark. and it aged, and it became like really full. Although when you first bought it, it was quite full, like beefy, but it's gotten more intense as well the more it's sitting around and, you know, getting dark like that. I don't think this will get as dark. It doesn't have, there's no way. I just don't think. Same thing with the whole Love Don't Be Shy scam out there, how it's supposed to age into becoming this color. It never does that anymore. It used to do it before. It doesn't do it anymore because the formula has changed completely, and there's no way that juice is going to get that dark anymore. It never does. It might get this dark, but not that dark. But this, I don't think is going to get dark. It's going to stay this color personally. What do you guys think? And anyway, that's all I have for you today with this fragrance. I was excited for this, and after reading the notes, I thought to myself, is this a remake of Ciel de Gomme? And sure enough, it is kind of like a redo of Ciel de Gomme, which if you've been hunting for it, I think Reflets d'Ambre will satisfy. Just keep in mind, it's not as big and beefy as it used to be. It's a bit subdued and it's a bit shy and it's a bit hiding. On skin, it's better, definitely better, but it's not what it used to be, unfortunately. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on Reflets d'Ambre or Ambre. Have you gotten your nose on it? Are you curious to get your nose on it? Were you a fan of the original Ciel de Gomme? What do you think? Let me find out what you guys think about it. I'm glad that they've re-released it. It's just, why so toned down? What happened? Are all the ingredients getting banned? Who knows? Maybe it's going to ripen up and become a bit bigger, but do let me know if you've gotten your nose on it and if you're going to get your nose on it now that you've watched this video. Put a comment down below. But either way, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye. Okay, now that I've been wearing Reflets d'Ambre here on skin for 2 hours plus, I must say this does end up smelling a lot more like Ciel de Gomme than when I first put it on. So sure, this is a remake of Ciel de Gomme, and it's also for the 175th anniversary of Harrods. That's why it says anniversary edition. So what? We've got two different versions of Ciel de Gomme now as anniversary for a department store. That's crazy, isn't it? Why are they recycling fragrances over at Maison Francis Kurkdjian? I don't know why. But I guess since it was pulled and it was no longer a exclusive anniversary edition for Gum, the Gum store in Moscow, now they've made it the anniversary fragrance for the Harrods store. But honestly, it's really identical to Ciel de Gomme when I used to wear the fragrance a long time ago. But initially, in the first spray, it starts off different. Then it develops and develops and develops and becomes more and more like Ciel de Gomme. Going through a journey, some things are less than others, for sure. I felt like also the fragrance was a lot more robust before. Now it's a lot softer. But I think some of you that have been wanting Ciel de Gomme, you can get it now as Reflets d'Ambre. What do you guys think? Why do you guys think that this was relaunched as an anniversary fragrance for Harrods after it was first as an anniversary fragrance for Gum Store? Couldn't they have come up with something different? I feel a bit cheated. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. We've already had this fragrance for another store as an anniversary fragrance. Don't you think we should have gotten something completely original? Don't you think Harrods should have checked on some of their fragrances? Most likely the people behind the scenes didn't know this existed before. Now, if I was part of the Harrods team, I would have thought, don't recycle the fragrance, give me something completely new. I want something new for our anniversary, but to me this just seems recycled. Changed up, I mean, I think people have been wanting Ciel de Gum. I get messages every once in a while asking me where somebody could get Ciel de Gum. If you're looking for it, you can now get it as Reflets d'Ambre from Harrods, the 175th anniversary edition for the Harrods store. But don't expect the same exact fragrance though. It's a bit different, eventually ending up smelling like Ciel de Gum, but starting off different. And also, it's a lot more faint compared to the robustness and beefiness of the original. Anyway, those are all I have for you today. See you guys later. Bye.